Shalom, shalom, shalom. Before we even get started with this listen, first and foremost, want to start by giving all praises and glory to Yahawah bahasham, Yahawashi bahasham, Rakah HaKadash. Secondly, want to give double honors to the Elders Apostles of Great Millstone and the Elder Bishops of Great Millstone who rule well and worthy of double honors. And third and lastly, want to give salutations to all the Akim, of the hopeful elect that pushing forth this word and this truth in righteousness, sincerity throughout the four corners. Shalom, shalom, shalom. And before I get into this lesson right here, right, this ain't what this lesson gonna be predicated on. You know what I'm saying? It would just so happen, I was on Facebook, man, and I seen you know what I'm saying, this nigga woman right here, 39 years old, and she very mid at the end of the day. She's not no baddie, man. She ain't no baddie, man. She's lucky if any man pay attention to her at the end of the day. And we always talk about these goddamn fucking Eves with these unrealistic standards at the end of the goddamn day and not knowing what time it is, man. 'Cause everything about to tighten up, man. Everything about to tighten up, man. All right, But nevertheless, these bitches up there in La La Land and thinking they feel so self-entitled, thinking they the motherfucking gift at the end of the day, which is the other way around. Yahawashi said he shall make a man more precious than fine gold. And it wasn't talking about no any man. It was talking about the Israelite man. And not just any Israelite man. It was talking about the Israelite man that is the elect of Yahawashi at that, man. But this ain't what this listen is about, man. I just want to so I was sharing this. I put this in our brothers group chat. We always, over here at Great Millstone, man, we always get on these simple ass nigga women at the end of the day. And see, this is the main reason why a lot of brothers are detouring and just Jake in general, man, men in general, man, detouring from you goddamn black women. That's why they running the other way, man. They running the other way, man. Quick, fast, in a hurry, man. Now, you can see the guy post right here, no simp zone, you know what I'm saying, Roscoe Tannis. It says, go get her, fellas. I'm straight. Hey, man, we straight over here too, bruh. We don't want this simple ass nigga woman, man, with no substance at the end of the day. It says a woman's dating profile goes viral after she lists everything she expect a man to pay for if he swipes right. Now it says Christina, 39 years old, all right, way out of her fucking prime. She ain't in her fucking prime no more. Probably had like 1,000 different men DNA inside of her. Now let's look at this bitch unrealistic standards, man. This right here, like I said, this right here, her dating profile. Now who the fuck want to fuck with her, man? All right. It says my rent is 3,400. Well, bitch, you better get you a cheaper place or whatnot. Okay, at the end of the day, you can't afford it. My rent is 3,400. I got two boys underage that need new J's and school clothes. Well, bitch, you better start working some fucking OT. All right. Wait, where the baby daddies at? Baby daddies need to be the one providing for the sons at the end of the day. I know you probably got more than one baby daddy. I don't believe you have them two boys by the same man at the end of the damn day, man. You know how the black woman give it up. It says my light bill is $350. I need a new car with insurance. My hair is $200. Nail shop $90, and I want a personal allowance of $750 a month. And this bitch right here, man. Like I say, she damn sure delusional. She don't look in the fucking mirror. It says, and her groceries is 1,200. Well, bitch, you better fucking cut back. What the fuck you gonna have to do? You gonna have to motherfucking cut back on your damn lifestyle, man. Evidently you living above your means at the end of the damn day. All right, and I bet you this bitch, she gonna remain single, man, and she gonna remain single at that, man. All right, nobody want this damn silly ass bitch, man. Get out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. I just wanted to play that or whatnot. But anyway, this is the listen I'm going into right here. All right. From the brother GMS, Austere Man. And this right here is just a video clip. You know what I'm saying? A news clip, several news clip, going into civil war, martial law, coming to a city near you, man. Everything from the Elders Apostles of Great Millstone to the Elder Bishops of Great Millstone on down to us and the true affiliates been warning you Israelites, man, been warning you what's to come, the vengeance, the wrath of Yahawashi, the end time prophecies, man. All right, going back to Second Ezra 8 and 50, great sorrows, great miseries, man, is coming to this place, Babylon, man. All right, at the end of the day, man. Okay, and righteously so. All right, Babylon getting this time, man, to where Yahawashi is about to destroy this place. But before he destroy this place, he gonna send many plagues, man. All right, and there's gonna be woe to the inhabitants thereof on this earth. Going back to Revelation 12 and 12, this devil gonna come down with that great wrath. Why? Because he know his time is short, man. Okay, so we gonna check this brother video right here out. Really a video clip, a news clip that he done put out there heavy because it's going into everything that's happening currently, that's going right into the scriptures, end time prophecies, man. All right, so we right here, man. All right, and this bitch right here being fucking delusional, thinking somebody gonna pay some 1,300. I mean, we know over 3,000 for her damn rent and all that shit. Bitch, you gonna have way more problems to worry about than getting your damn rent paid for, man. You gonna have way more bigger problems, man. All right, you know, with Yahawashi, his wrath and what he about to bring out here, man. You know, a lot of you bitches gonna get fucking humble, man, at the end of the goddamn day, man. A lot of y'all about to be fucking humble, man. A lot of y'all about to be put to fucking death, man. And you gonna know death by pain, man. Righteously so, man. All right, and we ain't gonna have no pity. We ain't gonna have no pity or anything of that nature, man. When Yahawashi bring his righteous judgment upon you wicked niggas, man. Especially the end dub at the end of the day. Now, this right here is fair use, Esau. All right, and like I said, man, we're gonna play the whole 8 minute and 16 seconds of this video, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into some scriptures, man. All right, and here we go.
Yeah. What do you think about Pete Hegseth ordering the National Guard in D.C. to now carry weapons?
I think this is the turning point where the people of the United States either do something despite the short-term consequences, or there's not going to be another chance to do something in the future.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we have 3 Republican-led states leading a now armed military presence into D.C. to essentially take over the nation's capital. And that's just the start, right? Trump says New York and Chicago are next, and we're hearing reporting out of Fox News and other sources that there's several thousand more National Guard ready to go into other states next. So, this is a hostile military takeover from our own government. And quite frankly, it's basically the start of a civil war. And the only question is, again, whether the American people are going to do something about it or let the country completed slide into fascism.
What can the American people do to stop this?
Quite frankly, at this point, a general strike and large-scale protests for as long as it takes to cause change to happen, right? That's the only option. There needs to be a full economic shutdown until the powers that be turn on Trump's regime because all their businesses are failing. And pretty much every Democratic leader should be calling for that too. Is it going to be really hard on a lot of people? Absolutely. And there's going to be problems with food scarcity, with money, and all of that, which is why I keep saying that the DNC needs to be the one that organizes this. But regardless of whether the DNC acts or not, the American people need to act because I don't think we're going to get another opportunity if the Trump administration is allowed to continue this attack on American cities.
At this very street in Washington, D.C., police set up a checkpoint, stopping cars as they passed. Many residents came out to protest against it. Get off our streets! Get off our streets! So this checkpoint was set up along 14th Street Northwest, which is very close to the busy U Street corridor. We're speaking with some residents who live in this area today about their reactions.
We saw a number of masked men, clearly working for ICE, a small number of protesters, a lot of lights, a lot of cars just stopped in the road. My instinct, negative, right? Get out of the city.
A lot of the police were covering their faces, I think, is part of intimidation, which I was upset to see that happening right close to my home.
Checkpoint here is not related to any actual public safety concern.
From where I live, I can see the street. I saw a group of police officers and National Guard just walking.
I've lived in DC for almost 4 years now and have never felt unsafe. Now with this increased police presence, I do feel like everyone's on edge.
And more developments involving federal troops were seen today as well, including National Guard units and Humvees set up near Union Station.
This is disgraceful. I come here every day. I never feel unsafe. What? For what?
You've said that the president's decision to deploy the National Guard, you called it deeply dangerous. What's your message to citizens who say regardless of crime data or trends, this makes them feel safer?
Well, I'm embarrassed. I'm angered. And frankly, I'm heartbroken for the members of the National Guard who are asked to take on this mission. As someone who has served this country overseas and who has led soldiers in combat, and as someone who is not just the 63rd governor of Maryland, but also the commander-in-chief of the Maryland National Guard, I take very seriously about how, when, and why I deploy members of our National Guard in cases of emergency and in true crises. And I will not authorize the usage of Maryland National Guard forces for missions that I do not deem to be either mission critical or mission aligned. And what we are seeing right now, this distraction, distracting away from the fact that Donald Trump's policies have caused unemployment to go up, have caused people to lose their health care, has caused children to be able to lose their food benefits, and he's now using this as a tool. He's using military personnel, these citizen soldiers, as a cudgel and as a tool to be able to advance his political purposes, because if he really wants to address the issue of violent crime, he just needs to look at what we've done in the state of Maryland over the past 2.5 years, where when I first became the governor in 2022, Baltimore was averaging almost a murder a day. Now, the homicide rate in Baltimore is nearly a 50-year low, and we have watched how the state of Maryland has essentially helped to lead the country in drops in violent crime, in drops in non-fatal shootings, in drops in carjackings. So if he truly wants to understand how to lower crime, he should pay attention to what we're doing in the state of Maryland. And I did it without ever having to once operationalize our National Guard to do municipal policing.
Nobody right here. It's nobody in the car. How are y'all just going in people's cars? How are y'all just going in people's cars? How you going in somebody's car? Nobody was over here by this car. Nobody was in the car. I got it. I got the key. I got the key. They used the little airbag thing because that's how they wanted my car on M Street, and they not supposed to do that. It was nobody over here, nobody in the car, none of that. So how y'all just going in people's cars? Close that door. Y'all not supposed to just go in people's cars. Nobody was in the car. Nobody was leaning on it. None of that. Hold on, why y'all? No, because why are y'all going in the car? Step back. Ladies, let go. Step back from the car. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Okay, back up, back up, y'all. Back up, back up, y'all. Okay, back up. Back up. Okay, don't touch me. Okay, you pushing me. Don't push me because we didn't touch y'all. Don't push me because we didn't touch y'all. We did not touch y'all. We're trying to figure out why are you guys are going in the car. Nobody touched him, and he's touching people, pushing people. I don't know.
Well, you guys are ruining this country. You know that, right? Liberals already ruined it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Can we see some badge work, guys?
So the cops and the feds are about 30 agents deep at this checkpoint right now to apparently stop people for seatbelts, blinkers, or tints on their cars, stopping the real bad crime that is plaguing DC. So why do you need Homeland Security investigation to manage if they're not wearing their seatbelt? Someone riddle me that. And why do you need 30 people standing around doing nothing with our tax dollars at a checkpoint if it's about seatbelts and safety? Someone please tell me.
Just a PSA for girlies in the district, especially runners. I was walking past Union Station, and there was a whole group of DEA federal officers. And I said, what are you supposed to be protecting us from? And he goes, everything. And I looked back and I said, yeah, because I feel so scared. And I started to walk away, and he yelled at me, him being a middle-aged white man, yelled at me, come back here with that little skirt. Told a Metro police officer, didn't look surprised, didn't look like he cared at all. He barely even looked me in the eyes. I feel so safe, DC.
Yeah, man. We military country, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, over here at Great Millstone, starting from the Elders Apostles to the Elder Bishops, to the Elders of 07 on down us, man, have been, and the true affiliates, have been giving you peons out there, you Babylonians, man, giving you that warning, man. This is the time that we coming in, man. All right, great judgment. Yahawashi is about to bring upon this earth, man, starting with who? Israel at the end of the day. Okay, because salvation only for Israel, so we didn't really care about you other damn heathen nations, you know what I'm saying? But and only the elect of Israel is going to obtain that salvation on this side over here in Babylon, man. 1/3, man. Start with the body governor, Yahawashi Shad. That's going to be delivered, man. All right, from that second death. Now, let's get 2nd Ezra 9:1, because that's what's going on, man. All right, all these end time prophecies, Yahawashi, man, about to make his visitation. All right, so it had to be events. All right, you know what I'm saying? Prophecy that have to take place before the return of our Lord, man. Yahawashi through the power of Yahawah, man. And we're in that time, man. All right, as we've been given that warning. 2nd Ezra 9:1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And that's the prophets, man. Because only the prophets are going to be paying attention, all right, and going to be mindful of what time we in when we seeing different news events, current events, laws, legislations that is passed. We already know, you know what I'm saying, to go into the scriptures and line everything up with the scriptures, knowing what time we're in, man. And so we coming into the time of Jacob's trouble, man. That's what time we in, man. All right. And it's getting closer and closer and closer. All right. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we don't know the date. We don't know the time when Yahawah himself is going to give Yahawashi that green light to come down on earth, man, to deliver his very elect, man. All right. We don't know the date and time the Lord is going to return. But we do know it's very close by the signs that Yahawashi said that's going to happen before his return at the end of the day, man. All right. And martial law. All right. Uncivil rest at the end of the day. All right. All of that is end time prophecies, man. All right. Sedition amongst the people. All that end time prophecy, man. All right. Esau want to mandate the sea hip, the mark of the beast. All that end time prophecies, man. All right. More and more rumors of war. End time, all that end time prophecies. Seeing the armies compass Jerusalem. All those end time prophecies, man. All right, that we're seeing that's unfolding right before our face, man. All right, these prophecies are not tarrying anymore. Going back to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. Let's get that real quick. Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. All right, let's go up here. It says, I start up top. It says Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord, Yahawashi, answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. And them tables talking about the scriptures, man. All right, you know, and who's going to run and readeth it, man. And to read means to understand, not just pronouncing words, man. All right, you know, read means to understand, man. What's the use of pronouncing words when you don't know the meaning of words, man? All right, you don't know how to correctly divide the words, man, at the end of the day. All right, you know. So, and the words we speaking of, the words of the scriptures, bro. All right, and the only ones going to be able to break the code, to understand and actually read and understand prophecy, understand the mysteries that the scriptures are written in. All right, are the men of the Lord, man. Period. All right, going back to Amos 3:7. Yahawashi will surely do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets to his servants, the prophets, man. All right, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. All right, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. At the end, man. The end times that we're in right now. And they're not lying, man. All right, because it happened right before our face. Everything we read in the scriptures going into end time prophecies that happen is unfolding right before our face, man. And the scriptures are speaking off the pages at the end of the day. It says, though it tarry, wait for it. Yeah, man, because it seemed like it took a long time. But really, it's not a long time at the end of the day. When you know what I'm saying, when Yahawashi, like he said, like he don't look at time as we look at time, man. All right, you know, because one day to us is like 1,000 years to the Most High, man. All right, you know. So, let's continue on, man. It says, though it tarry, wait for it. Though it will surely come, it will not tarry at the end of the day or whatnot, man. All right. And they're not tarrying. They're happening. It's unfolding, man. And we done seen the clips, man. And like I say, all of that is going into, you know what I'm saying, end time prophecy, man. All right. Where Esau's about to come and he about to show that great wrath, man. Pursuing back to Revelation 12:12, man. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe. It says, woe That's not a good thing, man. Especially if you're not of the elect of Yahawashi. That ain't gonna be a good thing for you people in the world, man. People out there, you inhabitants of the earth. All right, from you 2/3 of Israel, man, and you heathens, y'all about to get a foot up your ass, man. For courtesy of Yahawashi, it says, "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil Esau, all right, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." Going into the super elite, they know that their time is short, man. All right, that's why they got spaceship. I mean, not spaceship. Yeah, they have they own version of spaceships, they chariots, but they got, what I meant to say was, they got satellites. You know what I'm saying? All out of space. They see all the activities. They see all the chariot sightings at the end of the day. All right. And they know that those are vehicles of the Lord, pursuing back to Psalms 104:3, where they go into the clouds. They know that represents the vehicles of the Lord, man. They're seeing the huge awakening. That's the major sign these super elite are seeing, because these super elite know who they are. All right. They know that they're Edomites, starting with the Rothschilds on down, Rockefellers on down. They know that their biblical nationality goes back to Edom. They know they're Edomites at the end of the day. All right, and they know who are the true children of Israel is. You so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, to you so-called Hispanics, man. They know who we are, man. All right, and that's according to the seed of your father. At the end of the day, your father determines your nationality, man. All right, at the end of the day, no such thing as a mixed seed, man. All right, okay. Can an apple seed be a mixed seed? No, it's a fucking apple. Can an apple seed be a mixed seed with an apple/orange? No. Is an orange, is an apple, a banana? Not everything has a seed of its own at the end of the day, man. All right, so no such thing as nobody being fucking mixed, man. At the end of the day, your nationality is not determined through your mother. It determined through your father, man. All right, through your father lineage at the end of the day. Okay. Ending it again. It says having great wrath. It says having great wrath because Esau, all right, is the whipping belt of Yahawashi on the left hand side, man. So in actuality, is the anger Yahawashi putting on Edom, you know what I'm saying, on the left hand side, man. All right, against you damn tribes. Like I say, we don't give a damn about these heathen nations, man. It's only about Israel and only the elect on this side, because he know of that he have but a short time. So Esau see the huge awakening of Israel wakening back up. He already know, okay, this, you know what I'm saying, yeah, my time is almost up, man. All right, we got to come down. We got to come down on these tribes, man, of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know what I'm saying, we're natural born enemies at the end of the day. All right, you look at Psalms 83rd chapter. All right, it start with Esau. Matter of fact, before I get to Isaiah 13, let me get Ezekiel 35:5. Just bring that point out, man. This devil perpetual hatred, man, that he had for the nation of Israel. All right, it says, let me start right here. I start at verse 3, and the point going to be in verse 5. And say unto it, thus saith the Lord God, Yahawashi, behold, O Mount Seir, represent Esau, the super elite. All right, Mount Seir is talking about Babylon today. I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. And how Yahawashi gonna make this place desolate? Through them thermonuclear missiles, man. All right, Yahawashi gave this devil on the left hand side the knowledge to create, to know how to split the atom, all right? To create the nuclear missile, only to allow, that to be a curse unto Esau, man. At the end of the day, that's going to be his downfall. That's how he's going to go out, man, all right? Okay? It says, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, Yahawashi, because that's what the World War III, all right, that's going to be the sword. All right, them thermonuclear missiles, man, at the end of the day, that's going to be launched, man. Over here in Babylon and over here in the land of Israel today where them gutter rats are at. All right, you're going to have nuclear missiles that are going to hit other parts of the world too. But in the Bible, Babylon is going to be totally annihilated. It's going to get it worse than any other place in the world at the end of the day. Because Yahawashi set up Babylon, all right? He built it up, all right, to bring it down at the end of the day, courtesy of World War III. And that's the time we coming in, man, all right? It says, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, Yahawashi, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. All right, and it's still continuing on to this very day. It says a perpetual hatred at that. So a continuation, man. And everything goes back, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me finish reading verse 6. I'll get back to that point. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, Yahawashi, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus would I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth, man. All right, all future prophecy, man, that's going to take place, and that prophecy is going to fully fulfill, Obadiah 1:18, man, when Esau be, after he served 1,000 years of slavery and captivity, all right, you know what I'm saying, all the house of Edom going to be destroyed, man, all right, by Yahawashi Double by using his people, man, all right, so you Edomites going to be exterminated, and righteously so. But going back to the point in verse 5, it says that perpetual hatred. So this devil carried that hatred, man, throughout generations at the end of the day. And all of it goes back, it's deeper than fucking color, man. Because he's super elite, you know what I'm saying? He know who we are because of the blessing, man. All right, okay? Because these devils felt like, you know what I'm saying, Jacob stole the blessing from him, which he didn't at the end of the day. It's already preordained, going back to Romans, the 9th chapter, before Esau and Jacob, you know what I'm saying, so before they was even born, Yahawashi Double election was already made, man, that he was going to choose Jacob at the end of the day, okay? All right, now that hatred begins, that perpetual hatred started and continuing on, man, through Jacob and Esau. All right, and they're going to tell you why. Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing, not because of no skin color, because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him, which was Isaac. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob, man. All right, so that hatred continued on through the seed of Edom, man, on Jacob at the end of the day. All right, it never stopped, even to this very day, man. All right. Now, like I said, man, we seen let me bring out the other point, man. Cause like I said, cause ultimately, this is the anger of Yahawashi Double, man. All right, that he gonna use Esau on the left hand side, man, to bring his judgment. All right, before he destroyed his devil and his devil's kingdom. All right, it's Psalm 17:13. But he gonna allow the devil to get busy on you 2/3, you wicked ass Israelites, man. Okay, it says Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Lord, Yahawashi Double, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which Esau is the wicked, pursuing back to Malachi 1:4. He's the third category of man, which is thy sword. So Esau, the sword of Yahawashi Double, which that's the blessing that Isaac, because Esau was crying like a little bitch because, you know what I'm saying, he pretty much, he gave Jacob, you know what I'm saying, his birthright, you know what I'm saying, because Jacob, they made a pact, all right, which Esau, you know what I'm saying, wanted that red uncooked meat, you know what I'm saying, bloody meat, because he felt like he was about to famish, all right, because he didn't have no fucking patience at the end of the day, so he sold his birthright, man, to Jacob at the end of the day. Jacob ain't stole shit, man. All right, you sold it, man. Y'all made a pact, man. All right, which, Esau always go back, you know what I'm saying, on his treaties, on his promise at the end of the damn day. He the fucking devil. All right, he don't bring that up, though. He don't bring that part up, though. All right, but nevertheless, yeah, like I said, Esau, he's the third category man. He is the wicked, man. All right, and like I said, man, he know that his time is short at the end of the day, man, which we read in Revelation 12:12. All right, and everything that we're seeing is nothing that hasn't been done before, except for this Jacob trouble gonna be on the greatest scale ever known to man. At the end of the day, ain't gonna be compared to any other time in history. Pursuing back to Jeremiah 30:7, that's just how much great death, all right, that's about to be upon this earth, man, through the power of Yahawashi Double, the judgment he's bringing, man, because of all the fucking wickedness and inequities that's taking place, man. All right, now this right here, Luke 21, because y'all seen all that military, you know what I'm saying, on them TikTok videos and on the news clip. Y'all seen all of them Humvees and everything of that nature, you know what I'm saying, looking like a military state, in which it is, all right, seeing those lockdowns, which is coming, seeing martial law, seeing these damn National Guard at these goddamn, and ISIS at these damn fucking checkpoints at the end of the day. And it's only going to get fucking worse, man. All right, you Jakes, man, y'all have no idea, boy. Y'all don't have no idea, because Jake always got their head in the sand, man, with all these different distractions, bro. All right? And when Jake finally catch on, it'll be too fucking late for these silly asses, man. Let's just right here, Luke, red letter, Yahawashi, Luke 21:20. All right? It says, and when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh, man. All right? Now, this going into 70 AD, man. Okay, but before we and you seen all the armies, man, you know what I'm saying, gonna be in no major cities, man, where Jake live at. Like you said, starting up there with LA, It's gonna be there in New York. They coming to fucking Chicago. Okay, all the major cities where Jake is at the end of the day. All right, because Esau know who the fuck you is at the end of the day, man. Let's get. We're gonna jump back to Luke 21. Let's get Ecclesiastes, man, because I'm just let the scripture speak, man. I ain't gotta say nothing. Let the scripture speak. Ecclesiastes 3:15. It says that which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been. Yeah, 70 AD already done passed, man. All right, but guess what? Most High is gonna bring that back again, man. And Yahawah required that which is past. So it's gonna happen again, even on a greater scale, man. 70 AD gonna be like child's play compared to the wrath Yahawah is gonna be bringing upon you damn Israelites, man, by using Esau the damn sword, which is on the left hand side, which we just read in Psalm 17 and 13, man. This ain't no fucking plaything at the end of the fucking day, man. All right, a lot of you Jakes, man, y'all about to get put to death in, you know what I'm saying, and biblical portions at the end of the day, man. Proportions at the end of the day, because of your fucking wickedness, because of your unbelief, all right, because of your trust in fucking oppression, which is Babylon to Egypt. Egypt, like scripture say, Egypt gonna be your fucking shame, man. All right, you know, trusting a place that can't save you, can't deliver you, man. At the end of the damn day, not looking towards your Yahawah, which is gonna be to y'all detriment, man. All right, going back to Luke, red letter Yahawah, Luke 21 and 21. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. And most I was bringing that vengeance again, man. Like I say, you know, this go around gonna be even worse than any other time in fucking history, bro. All right, you know. And Jake, man, like I said, hey, Esau done us bad plenty times, bro, in history, bro, plenty times, man. And all that's the anger of Yahawah, but this time gonna be even fucking worse, bro. All right, and that should be scary within itself. All right. We're gonna get 2nd Ezra 15. All right, we're gonna end with that. We're gonna end with that 2nd Ezra 15, man. 2nd Ezra 15. Like I said, you got a bitch talking about, can you pay for this, pay for that? Man, they're gonna be least of your fucking worries, man. Least of your fucking worries, man, about some bills getting paid, man. Say you bitch gonna be looking to fucking survive in that day and that time. You're gonna be looking for some protection. You're gonna be looking for men of the Lord in that day and that time, man. All right. Going back to Isaiah 4 and 1. This right here, 2nd Ezra 15, and we're going to start at verse 14. It says, woe, there we go again. Woe, which means destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. Going back to Revelation 12 and 12, man. All right. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, man. What more than they sword? Guns, man. So that going into civil unrest, going into civil war. All right. You know what I'm saying? Going into social class wars. All right, going into race wars, man. All right, at the end of the day, that's what time we in, man. All right, it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, man. Because you're gonna get a point where people is gonna lose it at the end of the day, and they're gonna go up against this military. They're gonna be going up against the government at the end of the damn day or whatnot, man. Okay, because like the Elders Apostles always quote this and I always say it, man, you know what I'm saying, this expert, this economy expert, Gerald Salente, he always make a statement, all right, or he say this phase, he always speak on it, not speak, but he always quote this phase here, that once people lose it, they lose it, man. All right, so once people ain't got nothing to live for no more, all right, you know what I'm saying, you know, and people become even more desperate to where they don't even care about living anymore, because you know what I'm saying? They don't know about it tomorrow at the end of the damn day. All right, you know? So, hey, that's time we coming in, man. All right? And it says, and the course of their action shall stand in their power, man. So, people ain't going to care about you being a governing official, or a damn mayor, a judge, officer. You know what I'm saying? You know, somebody in the fucking military. Well, what, they don't give a fuck what branch of military your ass is in. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be a motherfucking enemy in their motherfucking eyes at the end of the day. All right, you know, but you gonna be looking like, oh, you the cause of why, you know what I'm saying, you know, we losing this country, you know, the patriots at the end of the damn day. All right. And a lot of them Edomites gonna be looking at you fucking Jakes in the same manner. You're the reason. You're the reason. You're the reason. You know what I'm saying? Losing our grip on this fucking country and shit. You know, the mega hats, motherfuckers and shit, man. Like I say, it's gonna be a doggy dog world out here, man. All right. And not but great judgment that gonna be taking place. It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, man. That's martial law right there. Have you seen a video where you seen the you know what I'm saying, the National Guard at these goddamn and ICE is at these damn guard checks, checking people's cars for blankers and seat belts and what have you for whatever reason, man. All right, you ain't had to be breaking no law for them to pull your ass over, man. All right, I'll be looking all into your fucking car and shit like you harvesting a damn fugitive or something, man. You know, okay. I'm telling you, about to be bad out here. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Everything we reading right here, man, is in live effect, man. All right, for those who don't believe in the Bible, man. All right, it's quite funny, man. Everything written in the scriptures that happening right now before your fucking face, man. All right, it says for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Yeah, your pride, man. All right, y'all don't have fear in Yahawashi Double. Y'all don't know this judgment Yahawashi Double is bringing upon this earth. Y'all don't even hearken and y'all don't even pay attention to the men of the Lord. Yahawashi Double already sent out B times early to give you the warning, telling you what's going to happen before it actually happens, man. All right, starting with the Elders Apostles, Great Millstone, to the Elder Bishops. All right, on down to us, man. All right. This is, and men shall be afraid. So if men gonna be afraid, how much you fucking women, man? All right, especially the bitch up here with these unrealistic standards and shit. See, that day and that time, man, a man, hey, when it's lawless out here, a lot of you fucking women, hey, you gonna be getting fucking raped and be put in the fucking death, man. You know, man gonna be hearing no, oh, you got to have this type of money. You got to be 6 feet tall. You got to be making 6 figures and all that shit gonna be bullshit, man. But man, if he got his eye on you, man, not no men of the Lord. The men of the Lord ain't gonna have to do no shit like that. We ain't gonna do that, man. We ain't gonna be no carnal ass motherfuckers out here. We gonna keep the commandments of Yahweh to the best of our ability. We already know y'all women gonna be running to the men of the Lord. We gotta do that. All right, we ain't gotta take a great nothing. But these damn carnal niggas, these 2/3, these 2/3 niggas gonna be doing it. And you have many other nations, man. They're gonna be taking you women and having their way with you at the end of the day. A lot of these men that are sexually deprived at the end of the fucking day. A lot of these men that been you know what I'm saying, that been wrongly in prison because of the fucking woman and shit, and had to do time because of a woman, or done caught hell because of the woman, done lost everything because of the woman. They're gonna be the main ones that those type of men gonna be targeting you damn bitches that day and that time, man. And they don't give a damn how fine or how bad or your standards and you thinking you got woman rights and thinking you equal to a man. Yeah, you gonna really find out in that day and that time, man. All right, you gonna need these bitches. I'm independent, all on that Destiny Child shit. You know, I'm independent. All that bullshit. Hey, all that shit gonna be out of the fucking window in that day and that time. It says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. Let me start back at verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. That's how bad it's going to be, the lack of resources out here. So a nigga ain't going to have no damn pity, man. When he go up in your house, if he got to take whoever he got to take out because he ain't got no resources, he ain't got no food, he ain't got no fucking water or anything of that nature and whatnot, and he know you got it. And guess what, man? If he got to unalive you or whoever else in that fucking house, man, in order for him to survive another day or two, all right, to put food on his fucking table for him and his family, he gonna do that. He gonna do what the fuck he got to do, man. All right, you know, it ain't gonna be no sympathy out here, man. All right, you know, period. It says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. And like I said, the modern day sword guns, man, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great, what? Tribulation, man. So that's time we coming in. We give you that warning. All right, if you ain't of the elect of Yahawashi with shot, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have no covering, man. You gonna have no fucking covering, man. All right, but with that, man. All right, that's the end of my listen. I pray and I hope that it was edifying to the body, hopeful elect. And with that, I want to say shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect, shalom.